Story of Joseph the Dreamer. Once upon a time in the land of Canaan, there lived a boy named Joseph. He was the 11th son of Jacob, and his father favored him over his brothers, which stirred jealousy and resentment in their hearts. Among the many gifts Jacob gave Joseph was a beautiful, ornate coat of many colors, a symbol of his special status. Joseph was also gifted with dreams. One day he dreamt that he and his brothers were binding sheaves of grain in the field, and suddenly, his sheaf rose and stood upright while the others bowed down to it. When he shared this dream, his brothers were furious. "Do you think you will reign over us?" they scoffed. Encouraged by his father's favoritism and these dreams, Joseph recounted another dream to his brothers, where he saw the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowing down to him. This only fueled their anger further, and they began to conspire against him. One day, while Joseph was sent to check on his brothers who were pasturing the flocks, they saw him coming from a distance. Fueled by envy, they plotted to kill him, but ultimately decided to sell him into slavery to a group of Ishmaelite traders passing by. They dipped his beloved coat in goat's blood and brought it back to Jacob, who mourned his son, thinking he was dead. Joseph was taken to Egypt, where he was sold to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh. In Potiphar's house, Joseph worked diligently and gained favor, eventually being put in charge of all the household affairs. However, Potiphar's wife took notice of Joseph's good looks and tried to seduce him. Joseph remained steadfast in his integrity, refusing her advances. Angered by his rejection, she accused him falsely, and Joseph was thrown into prison. In prison, Joseph continued to demonstrate his steadfast character. He interpreted the dreams of his fellow prisoners, one being Pharaoh's cupbearer and the other his baker. His interpretations proved true, but despite the cupbearer's promise to help him, Joseph remained in prison for 2 more years. Finally, Pharaoh had troubling dreams that none could interpret, and the cupbearer remembered Joseph. He was summoned, and with God's guidance, Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams, predicting 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of famine. Impressed by Joseph's wisdom, Pharaoh appointed him as second in command over all Egypt. During the famine, Joseph's brothers came to Egypt seeking grain. They did not recognize him, however, he recognized them. After a series of tests to see if they had changed, Joseph revealed his identity to his brothers, offering forgiveness and inviting his entire family to Egypt to survive the famine. Jacob and his sons settled in the land of Goshen, and the family was reunited, full of love and reconciliation. Reflection for us today. The story of Joseph teaches us profound lessons about resilience, faith, and forgiveness. Here are some key reflections. 1. Dreams and destinies. Joseph's dreams were a glimpse of his future, showing that God has a purpose for everyone. No matter how far we stray or how challenging our circumstances, we can trust that God has a plan for our lives. Integrity and adversity. Despite facing betrayal, false accusations, and imprisonment, Joseph remained true to his character and continued to trust in God. In our lives, we may encounter situations that test our integrity. It is crucial to stay true to our values and beliefs. 3. Forgiveness and reconciliation. Joseph's ability to forgive his brothers who wronged him highlights the importance of forgiveness. Holding on to bitterness only hinders our peace. By extending forgiveness, we free ourselves and allow healing to take place. God's sovereignty. Throughout Joseph's life, the hand of God was at work, turning his trials into triumphs. This suggests that even in difficult times, God is with us, orchestrating events for our ultimate good. Transformation of relationships. The story ends with reconciliation rather than revenge, teaching us that broken relationships can be restored. It's a reminder to seek healing within our families and communities. In our modern world, Joseph's story inspires us to persevere through challenges, uphold our integrity, choose forgiveness, and trust in God's purpose for our lives. Whether we are facing personal trials, conflict, or even betrayal, we can find hope in the journey of Joseph, knowing that brighter days are ahead.